So this is my weekly update video because I am trying to document the process of leaving my 9-to-5 W-2 and starting my own business and running that. And so I want to give an update on how things are going. Oh, sorry, car, cut you off. I got laid off on the week before Thanksgiving, so whatever day that was. So it's been almost a month since I got laid off, and it's actually been going surprisingly well. Better than I expected it would, for a lot of reasons. I haven't done quite as much work as I would have liked, just because, you know, it's November, it's the holidays, been doing lots of shopping and family time, and Thanksgiving, and then Christmas is coming up, and so it's been busy. But I've had a couple of good weeks, and I've had some good lunches with people, and I think a couple of the weeks too were spent just kind of figuring out, what do I want to do, and where do I want to go. And now that I've got a clearer direction, and I can talk about that, I'm feeling pretty good about where I'm at and where I'm going and what I'm trying to do. So to recap, the goal right now is to work for myself 100%. I don't want to work for anybody else. I really can't stomach the thought. That might change eventually, but right now, I'm just not interested. And so I am doing a couple different things. One, I'm consulting or doing freelance work or advising. They're all slightly different, but largely the same. Basically, me working for another company in some capacity. I am doing some work consulting, which is great. I'm working as an experimentation strategist, meaning I'm helping other companies come up with ideas. I have one client who I just started with. I'm gonna head back home right now and do some experimentation strategy work for them right now, which is great. I'm really excited about that because that's really like kind of the bread and butter. What I'm really most excited about is doing testing and experimentation. That stuff's exciting to me. I just reached out to an old contact at Ensign College where I've done some teaching in the past, and I'm going to be restarting teaching again in January. So that's great. Really excited about that because it's not like the most money in the world. It's something, and when you're first getting started on your own, everything is helpful. Nothing's gonna hurt, but it's not like gonna make me rich by any means. But I'm excited for a couple reasons. One, it is a little bit of money. Yay, that's nice. Two, it is gonna give me some exposure to people who don't know what I know. And that is what I'm really excited about, because I think as I'm trying to create content and as I'm trying to figure out what do I want to write about, what do I want to make videos about, what do I want to say and do, I kind of get into my own head sometimes. And so I think having other consulting clients and having college kids who don't know these things that I know gives me a lot of the confidence to answer these questions in written or in video content. And so I'm hoping that's going to be a really good source of video ideas and questions and content in general. But I hope it's also an opportunity to find people to hire in the future, or it's an opportunity to find other college students who are really interested in doing YouTube and content creation and invite them to my accountability group, which I'll talk about. And so we have more people. So it's a good networking opportunity, and potentially even a subscriber opportunity, right? If I have 10 or 15 students in a class and I say, hey, I'm doing a channel on this, you can watch some of these videos, maybe they'll share it, I don't know. To me, there's a lot of intangibles aside from the money that are really valuable. And so I'm very excited about that. I just finished lunch with a friend who is also trying to he's trying to create a YouTube channel about a property management company. But I'm most excited that he's interested in creating a YouTube channel because I have enlisted him into my YouTube accountability group. And so my brother and his wife are big writers, and they actually met in a class for Brandon Sanderson. But one of the things that Brandon Sanderson and my brother and my sister-in-law talk about and do is they're a part of a writing group, and they meet weekly. It's just an opportunity for them and their group to get to know each other better, which is great, but also to read other people's work and to critique it and to be involved and just to have this feedback that I don't think you get in other places. I've got a wife and kids and family and friends, and that's great, but it's different when you have people who are trying to do the same thing as you. And so I'm really excited to have a group of people, or start to build this group of people who will hold me accountable. Am I posting videos or not? And do my videos suck? If they suck, how do we fix those? So I'm excited to have that group of people to help me post and be accountable to this YouTube thing, because I really want to do it, but it's going to be hard to do. And so having this group of people is going to be really, really valuable for me. I've edited my goal. My goal initially was to do 10 videos in December, and I might try and do that with shorts. I don't know if I'll be able to do full 10 video, full length videos. That's a lot just in my current workload. And so I'll try to do either 4 full length or maybe 4 shorts, but I think 4 is kind of the number. I want to try and do some more shorts. That's what my buddy's doing, and he really likes it. There's a lot of good reasons for it. So I'm going to try and try some shorts, and we'll see if those count towards my goal or not. Just kind of depends on how busy I get and how much I'm able to do. So that is the consulting work. That's the accountability, the YouTube stuff. Obviously making this video, trying to be accountable there. That's the teaching. I'm also going to set a goal to be writing more, probably 2 like blogs or newsletters a week. There are a couple people that I follow that are doing something like that, and I like them. I think they're interesting. It's interesting to see other people who are doing this and how they progress and what they write about and talk about, and so I'm trying to do that with video and with the written content. So I'm going to try and do probably 2 newsletters a month, kind of about what I'm doing and how it's going, and be pretty transparent. One of the guys I follow is like talking about all the money he's making. I think that's really interesting. So we'll see. I want to play with that. I got to strategize that a little bit. And I think those are pretty much my goals. It's consulting, teaching, YouTube, newsletter, and I've got some affiliate stuff too. I'm not spending a ton of time on that yet. It does generate decent money. I mean, decent is not, like $50 to $100 a month, so it's not anything great, but it's like decent because it's not zero. And so I probably ought to spend a little bit more time planning out what I'm going to do and how I'm going to spend that time to get those to grow, because those are interesting. I have a couple of really interesting ideas that I'm excited about, but it's just not like as immediately going to generate revenue, and I'm pretty serious about, I just want to generate revenue right now. So that will be, I'll probably try to spend a little bit of time every month on that. I think that can be valuable. If I can scale that to $100, $200, $500 a month, that can be a non-zero number. That can be pretty useful. So I'll probably spend some amount of time trying to scale and grow that. And I don't think it'll be that hard. A lot of it is just going to be writing. So, and then maybe a little bit of formatting. So anyway, so consulting, teaching, YouTube, newsletter, writing, and then affiliate stuff. Those are my 5 current streams and ideas for how I'm going to generate revenue. I'm excited about all of them. I've already generated almost $1,000 in revenue from consulting, which is great. My goal for this month is to hit $5,000 in revenue from any sources at almost 1,000. So like, that's not bad. I'm a little bit behind as far as like time goes, but I just got some of those contracts, and I think that will be, I'll get some work that will help cover the difference there. And if I don't hit that goal, it's not the end of the world for me, because going from 0 or close to 0 to 5,000 in less than 30 days is, you know, not impossible, but I feel like that's impressive. And so I think it's a lofty goal, but it's an achievable goal. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm excited about where this is going. Every time I get to meet with people and talk to them about what I'm doing, I'm excited and they're excited, and the response and the feedback is generally really positive. And so that bodes really well for, you know, all these things that I'm trying to do. As far as going forward for this week, the plan is I'm going to do some experimentation strategy work today with one of my clients. I mean, I'm going to go in, look at their stuff, specifically all over their website, and see what my consulting partner has been doing, and then try to come up with new ideas. You know, where are opportunities that they have not found, or like what are questions that I have about the way that they're doing things, and how do we test some of these ideas. Pretty excited. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about them. I don't think I am, so we'll leave it at that, but I'm excited about finding those opportunities, and if I find anything interesting, maybe I'll make a video about that. I'm also, so the main like show, if you will, that I want to create on YouTube, the idea is this, and I'm curious about your feedback, and that is the premise is that I take over a small business's marketing for 30 days. So the idea is that I'll come in to a small business, you know, that needs some kind of marketing help or whatever, and we'll work with the owner of the business and talk about kind of what their problems are, and then we'll sit together and strategize on some solutions. And then we'll basically break down the month into, we'll spend 1 week working on this problem, 1 week working on another problem, and, you know, so on and so forth. And so by the end of the 30 days, we have in theory tackled or set up solutions to 4 of their problems, kind of in the marketing realm, marketing space. And so like 1 week might be spent on SEO, 1 week might be spent on paid ads, 1 week might be spent on improving their website or web design, and, you know, all these kind of things. I also obviously know lots of marketers, and so the idea could be, or one of the ideas that I have is, let's bring in some of my friends or other marketers or even potential agencies, you know, to come in and help do the SEO or do the paid ads or work on the strategy and set the implementation. And I think the idea, the fun of it will be, we have a week or less, you know, like we only have 40 hours a week to get this rolling, and then we'll publish those videos, and at some point in the future, we'll publish a results video of, hey, here's what we did, go watch these videos, and then here's the results of doing those things. Here is kind of what happened. And I think that could be really interesting. I'm thinking my target audience is probably going to be small, medium businesses and like college students. I think those are the 2 people who I'm most excited to teach and talk about and to talk to. So I think creating content like that will help educate people, and I think there's plenty of opportunity to monetize that and to create really fun, interesting content. And so to do that, I have an aunt who runs a small business, and so I want to meet with her at some point in this week can talk about, hey, here's what I want to do. Can I use you as my test dummy? And you'll be the first person we do this for. And so I'll film that whole process, and we'll do a month's worth of work, probably starting in January, and we'll strategize it all. It'll be fun. It'll be cool. So that's kind of the plan for this week. I have my YouTube accountability group with my buddy on Thursday, and so I need to have at least one video out by Thursday. I'd like to do maybe a few more, because I have this. It's just kind of my public journal, and we'll see what I want to do with this, how it will live and what we'll do with it. But I also want to make some shorts. He had some ideas for things that I should say in a short, and I think shorts are a really interesting idea and a really interesting way to kind of like be very top of funnel, just get information out there and start targeting the right audience and start teaching YouTube who you are and what you talk about and all that kind of stuff. He only has 3 shorts out, and he has like 20,000 views on them, which is awesome. Maybe it was a little bit less, but still, it was like thousands of views on his shorts, and I was super impressed, and comments and everything. So I take those all as wins. So the rest of this week for me is going to be pretty focused on creating that content, publishing that content, editing, reviewing that content. And then I also want to do some writing, figure out what am I going to write about, probably just twice a month, and then how I want to figure that out. I have another lunch with a buddy tomorrow and another lunch on Thursday. We've got a couple other ideas that we're working on, some more to come on that. But I'm thinking the majority of this week will be content, because it would be consulting work, except that I only have a couple of consulting clients. And so if I don't have enough consulting clients to actually do that work, then I might as well be creating content, which fills all these other roles, including getting new consulting work. And so I think that's the best way to spend my time for now, is just content, get eyeballs on it, talk to people, go network, go have lunches. And so that's really what I'm spending a lot of my time doing, is just telling people what I'm doing, telling people my plan, creating content, and trying to get eyeballs on it, show people. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. That's 15 minutes. I'm really excited. I am feeling really good about all these opportunities. Like, I'm surprised at how good I'm feeling about all of this. It's certainly like a little bit freaky, but it's also really nice to like not have a boss to, I don't have to be at work by 9. I probably am working by 9 anyway, but it's nice that I don't have to be. I have some freedom to just do whatever I want, whenever I want. But then on the flip side of that, I have a lot of pressure to do all these things and to make money and to make it work. Because if I don't, then I die, my family starves. So I'm pretty highly incentivized to make it work. But I think my goals are achievable, and I think what I want to do is doable. So I'm feeling overall very optimistic, feeling good. So yeah, that's the update for this week. I'm sure this will change or get better or potentially worse going forward, but that's kind of where we're at today. This is just that video. So yeah, until next time, peace.